welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Anissa, and if you are new, hello, welcome, come on in. You're gonna love it here. So today we're going to be having a fun tutorial on how I recreated this cute graphic that I saw Sweetie promoting on her story. I just wanted to show you how we can recreate this in Canva. If you want to know how we did it, then go ahead and stay tuned. Okay, so we're going to start by going to the Canva website. We're going to go ahead and pick Instagram story. That's going to give us the exact pixels or inches, however you want to put it, for being on Instagram story, since that's where we found it. She looks like she has like a heart type of background that kind of has like a gradient effect with like a pink and a peachy type of color. So we're just going to try to find the closest thing that we can find to that. In order to find that, I just went ahead to the element section and searched pink hearts or heart background, and I'm just gonna mess around to see what I can find that's like the closest thing to that and situate it to kind of get the same feel and effect that Sweetie has on her flyer. Now that we have the background situated the way that we needed to, we're going to basically take the pictures that we got off of Sweetie's Instagram and upload them into Canva. You're just going to take it off your desktop, go into Canva, press the upload, and go ahead and add that in there. Once we get the pictures uploaded onto there, we're going to do the background removal process. What this process is going to do is basically remove all of the background of Sweetie's picture, just keeping her body, and any kind of main parts that we need in the picture. If you do the background removal process and it does not allow you to, or if it doesn't remove all of the things that you want removed, they have the erase and restore part that you can see right over here on the left hand side corner. You can go in and clean up anything that may have been left behind, or you can go in and restore anything that the background removal process might have deleted that you did not want them to delete. Now that we got all of the pictures situated, we're going to add a blur effect. She has like a blur that kind of like blends out so that you don't see like that cut in her body on the left hand side and like certain things, just to blur it out. So we're going to go to elements and we're going to pick this blur tool, and we're going to go ahead and space it out to make sure that it covers the places that we need it to be. I found that it looks like she had like a mixture of blurs that were kind of like pink and white and things like that. So I kind of mixed up this blur and kind of just placed them in certain situations to make sure that we got kind of like the same effect, and also so that you can cut out some of those lines, harsh lines, and not see the line of demarcation. So that's what we're going to do. When we first entered the blur into the photo, it went above her body. In order to complete that and to fix that and get it to be behind or positioned however you want it to be, you're just going to go ahead and click on the position button in Canva, and you're going to just push it backwards behind her and just situate that to your liking. I also found myself changing the transparency of it, making it lighter, moving it over, so it's just going to be to your liking. But in order to get that blur effect of like cleaning up those lines, as you can see how it's doing now, not seeing that, this is the tool that I'm going to be using. It can be found in the elements section, and we're just going to play around with it, with the transparency, play around with the colors and just situate it to our liking. And also you'll notice that I'm going to go back and forth looking at the image just to kind of like make it as close as possible to how Saweetie presented hers on her Instagram story. So I noticed that Saweetie had like these little hearts all around. So we're going to go ahead back to the elements tool, look for a heart. Her heart was kind of like a neon glowish type of vibe. I couldn't exactly find like the close, like something super close to it. So I just kind of made it work. So I picked this single heart, and basically I'm going to situate it, adjust it, like move it over and tilt it and do different things to it to kind of just make it look how she had it on her flyer. I also might mess with the transparency again. You can also put different effects on it. So if you find like a heart or a set of hearts that don't exactly give you the vibe you want, you can change the colors of them. You can change the effect as far as glow and things like that. So to find the hearts, we're going to go to the element section. In order to mess with the hearts, you're just going to make sure that the heart that you have chosen is highlighted. And then you see at the top, you have animate, position, edit image, all of those things. Usually you'll have like an effect tool portion too, so you can go ahead and change them to how you want them to be. So that's what we're going to do now. We're just going to place the hearts in different sections and adjust them according to how closely we can get it to Saweetie's. Now that we have the heart situated, we're going to add a sparkle. She has like this sparkle effect around the hearts and around the background behind her. So I chose the closest thing that I can find to the one that she had. As you can see, I'm like looking back at it, trying to get reference to get it as close as possible. So we're just going to go ahead and place and adjust this. We're also going to position it because we don't want it necessarily like over her face or taking up, you know, her beauty. So we're going to place it behind her. We're going to basically do the same thing with the position tool to move it to the back. So that's what you're going to see me doing now, and you can just move it around, change it to, of course, your liking. But we're just trying to go the closest to what Saweetie presented to us, and we're going to be back with the next step. Now looking at the flyer again, I noticed that she has like a little random heart at the bottom, super cute. So I just tried to find the closest heart to that, and I just basically sized it. It's like literally just in the corner, so I just sized that and positioned it correctly. If you find that when you're adding certain elements to the flyer, if they're not positioned, or if like say like because we added sparkles on the side, say the sparkles are overtaking the heart, they're in front of them, don't forget that that's just a part of being the using the position tool to move it in the back or in the front, or just to move those sparkles over. So that's what we're going to do now. So after analyzing the flyer again, I realized that she had a little bit of that same blur on the right hand side of the photo as well. So I'm going to go back in and add the blur. Again, that's in the element section. We're going to use the same rectangular shaped blur to get that effect. I also noticed that she had some random hearts over there that I didn't notice as well. So we're going to go back in, add that blur, position it correctly and adjust it. Do the same with the hearts as well. Now that we have that completed, we're going to work on the font. So I was trying my hardest to find like the the best font to get to what she had. So the thing that I typed in was just like Old English writing. It kind of gave me the vibe of Old English. I tried to get like the closest I could to it. Also, if you notice, she has the effect on the left, right, and bottom portion of the writing. In order to find that, I just went to elements and I put in swirl line, swirl, whatever to kind of like get that type of element brought up. So I'm just gonna go in and adjust it and also put the swirl lines around it. And I couldn't find the exact thing that she put like in the middle of the picture. So we're going to just use like one of the other things that I had found, like a little sparkly thing. And we're just going to adjust it and make it look the closest that we can to what Saweetie presented to us. Now that that is complete, we're going to basically go in and add all of the text that Saweetie had on there. She had like the address, the name of the location, all of that good stuff with, I think it was Rolling Loud. She had all of that in there. So we're going to go ahead and add that in there. For the title portion, she had like a certain effect. It wasn't the neon one. It was the, I believe it was like a shadow of like a pink. So that's what I went ahead and used. So you'll see me doing that. So we're just going to go ahead and add in all of that good text, and we'll be back. Now when adding the date and time, I noticed that she had it with the same type of like Old English font. So I just went back to that same Old English font that we used for her name, and we're going to go ahead and insert the date and time. I also added the same little like, she had like a little sparkle in the middle of it. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. And that's it, hustlers. So it didn't come out exactly like Saweetie's, but we got it super, super close. And so this is hers and this is ours. Like, I think we did an amazing job. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. And also, if you have any kind of flyers that like you want to know how to make for like your business, your event, or any of the above, just go ahead and comment it down below. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. I can't wait to see you guys next time. I love you so much. Bye.